I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. Certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell them where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones. The following is a presentation of Grayson Publishing.
It's time for Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Mason Riggs, toss right side. He's got a good block. He's got a clear lane, and it's touchdown time in Texas. Handoff left side Griffin. He's got the 45. He's got the 40. Dragging him into the 38-yard line.
Howe Bulldogs football is brought to you by Cavender Theater, Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Carey's Coffee Company.
Zach Hudson, you are a gambling maniac.
Howe Bulldog football is also brought to you in part by Tech Wave, Buck Snort Barbecue, Abby's Restaurant, attorney Micah Belden, and the Howe Athletic Booster Club.
So fourth down and Riverboat Gambler time at the 2-yard line. The Bulldog fans are on their feet. Both sides at full throat. 4th and 2. Bills over a defender into the end zone. It's touchdown time in Texas.
Now let's go live to the stadium with Monty Walker and Michael Mosier.
Well, Michael, it is homecoming at Howe Bulldog Stadium here in Howe, Texas, and I tell you what, this is the night where I hope the Howe Bulldogs get back on track and get in the win column for the first time here in 2017.
Me too. I'm ready to see that first win.
We are currently in the homecoming ceremony with the homecoming queen and all of that stuff, and I think they're going over the list, and right now last year's homecoming queen is here, Kaylee.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Kaylee Dwyer, I believe.
Kaylee, yeah.
And she is here, and she's giving her little crown. Woo! Giving her a little crown wave. And let's let you listen to the rest of this homecoming festivities tonight.
Peyton Streetman.
They're announcing the court, I believe.
Aaron Ansley.
Aaron Ansley.
Lydia Hagan.
Lydia Hagan.
And Aaron Blackburn.
And Aaron Blackburn.
The 2017 homecoming queen is Allie Morgan.
And you heard the homecoming queen for 2017 is Allie Morgan. Congratulations, Miss Morgan. The 2017 homecoming queen.
Yes, congratulations.
And homecoming is underway. A big crowd expected tonight. Lots of people here, obviously, for the big festivities tonight. Lots of people coming home, and a huge pep rally today, an all-school pep rally with all the elementary kids there. Coach Steve Simmons retiring after this year. It's been 30 years since his hiring at Howe ISD, and he became a coach. And I was lucky enough to give the intro for that today, and what a great moment it was for Coach Simmons today at the pep rally this morning. Let's talk a little bit about this game, Michael, as this is game number 748 in Howe Bulldog history. Howe's overall record is 381 wins, 322 losses, and 24 ties. Unless something changed, there will never be a change in that tie column because they don't do that anymore unless you go to overtime 17 times or something, then they finally call it. But this is the 6th meeting ever between Howe and Quinlan Ford, with Howe owning the record 4-1. The Bulldogs won here in 1968, 22-6 over Quinlan, and then played them again the next year on the same date, or actually I got that wrong. They played them in 1969 on November the 14th, and they beat Quinlan 42-16. In 1998, so they went 29 years without playing them, and then won here at Bulldog Stadium 42-6. Went over there to their place in 1999 and got beat 29-21. And then, of course, last year, Howe won over at Quinlan 44-13, and it was a great game it was for the Bulldogs a year ago against somewhat of a young Quinlan Panther team, but they're not young anymore. A lot of seniors on this team, and they're led by their quarterback, Linus Bierschmidt, a 6 foot, 175 quarterback, and you'll be hearing his name all night tonight because he is the offense for the Quinlan Panthers. Now, let's talk a little bit about this football team for the Howe Bulldogs here in 2017. Everybody says 0-3. Okay, that's the first time they've been 0-3 since 2005. They must be terrible. It's going to be a terrible season. Everybody's jumping off the ship. Hang on, there's no panic in H-Town. The Bulldogs might be 0-3 for the first time since 05, but no Howe team has ever faced an early season schedule as this one in 2017. The Dogs led off the season with Class 3A Division II number 1 ranked Gunner, and most recently were chewed up by Class 2A's number 1 ranked Munster. Nobody's going to beat Gunner this year.
No.
It's not going to happen. And if it does, it would be a miracle. No one is going to take down Munster. And if anybody does, it'll be Munster themselves. Munster is tremendous. And then you got the Bowie game sandwiched in the middle of that where Howe turned the ball over 4 times. So what is, you don't really know yet. Bowie is a really good football team. They'll probably go 2 or 3 or 4 deep this year. But if you turn the ball over 4 times, you're not beating Bowie, much less Whitewright or Tom Bean.
Right. You know, you just can't. Giving up that ball is just that was their shot in the in the foot, and they're getting better every week. There's something improving every week, and it's just going to get better. It's just been a struggle. It's been tough.
Did graduation hit Howe hard last year? Yes. There's no question. But there's still lots of tools in the toolbox for Howe to regain momentum and confidence headed into district play, and it starts tonight. It's a big test tonight versus Class 4A Division I Quinlan, who's 3-0. They're no pushover. The Panthers return their quarterback, Bierschmidt, that we talked about, and lots of size and speed to go along with him. Quinlan has 775 students in high school compared to Howe's 320. In a numbers game, Howe has 82 juniors and senior boys to choose from. 4. So that's a big mismatch in size of school. But it didn't matter a year ago when Howe took them down pretty easily, 44-13. But Howe is not as good as a year ago, and Quinlan is better than a year ago. So it ought to be somewhere in the middle, and it ought to be a great game tonight. Howe is 7-3 on games played on this date, September the 22nd. Back in 1939, they beat the Sherman B team 6-0. And in 1960, beat Prosper 24-8. In 1961, Howe beat S&S 28-6. In 1967, beat Valley View 40-29. Sanger in 1972, 7-6. And in 9-6. In 1984, a classic game at Salina, Howe took down the Bobcats 20-14 with Randy Gear, Andre Liss and company. And in 1989, right here on this field, The Howe Bulldogs beat Callisburg 26-8 to get back on track. That was a great 89 team that won their first game that night after being 0-2 against state-ranked teams. In 1995, Howe lost to Cooper 20-14, and in 2000 lost at Addison Trinity Christian 33-13. So again, Howe 7-3 on this date, September the 22nd in Howe Bulldog history. We're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll go over the starting lineups and for both teams. And that's always an interesting situation.
Always interesting.
We'll be back right after this.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell them where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Welcome back. We're at Bulldog Stadium. It's homecoming 2017. Coach Simmons has his megaphone. I can just faintly hear him in the background. He's got his megaphone out there. Again, Allie Morgan is your homecoming queen 2017. Hoko.
Hoko.
Isn't that the new thing?
I guess. When did it change?
I don't know. Sometime after 1992. Because it wasn't here then.
Right. I remember we did it at halftime.
Yeah, halftime was always a great time to do homecoming, but coaches usually have something to do with that. So let's go over the starting lineup for the Howe Bulldogs. I'll do the offense, Michael, and we'll start with the Howe offense with Ty Harvey will be split out wide. He is the wide receiver who has 8 catches, 110 yards, and a touchdown, averaging 13.75 per catch. Longest on the year is 30. And inside of him will be Jacob Howe, the left tackle, a junior, 6'5", 225. The left guard is Parker Blunt, 6'1", 220 pounds. And the center, Clay Marshall, a 4-year starter, 6'1", 295 pounds. He's a senior. The right guard, Chase Harvey, a senior, 6'1", 240. And the Devin Porter, 58 is his number now. He is 6'3", 200. Side of Harvey is Chase Barnett. He is yet to catch a pass on the season. The freshman quarterback, Kirby Cohealy, 17 out of 44. That's a 58% completion. That's not either. That's not right. I think it's 380%. He's got 216 yards on the season, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for the freshman. He's also rushed 20 times for 29 yards, has yet to reach the end zone on a rushing play. The fullback and one back is Andrew Griffin. He wears the number 3 on his back. He's got 40 carries for 203 yards, which is a little bit over 5 yards per carry. 1 touchdown, which was an 89-yarder a week ago in the fourth quarter at Munster. Also, you'll see slot back Mikey Heimel and Cade Courtney. And neither one of those have a rush or a reception. The kicker, the extra point kicker tonight, Callie Vick, the first girl in school history to score a point. She got 2 extra points out of 6, and she's had several blocked. And now we've got the school song. We'll let you listen to that real quick. And Michael, that gives us a good chance for you to go ahead and give us the Quinlan Panther starters.
All right, on offense, wide receiver Dustin Fulbright, left tackle Isaac Henson, left guard J.D. Bunch, center Hunter Carter, right guard Jonathan Dotson, right tackle Colton Rensham, tight end Kason Lane.
Colton what?
Isn't it Rensham?
What's the number?
I can't. 75.
Ransom.
See, I was close. Kason Lane, quarterback Linus Beerschmidt, running back Eli Chambers, running back Edgar Agion.
Good.
Running back David Welch. and kicker Gio Landaverde.
That's pretty good.
There you go. See, I got my little cheat sheet, though. I got a little my notes here.
That works.
That works.
Hey, starting defense for the Howe Bulldogs, Chase Harvey, the right defensive end, Cameron Blesseye. In the middle, Chris Garrison and Dyson Dillard. The linebackers, Andrew Griffin, Dylan Moreau, and Winston Moss. And the cornerbacks, Cade Courtney, Chase Barnett, and the strong safety, Riggs, with the free safety, Ty Harvey. Kick returners tonight, Arturo Lauder, Andrew Griffin, Mason Riggs. And we have yet to determine whether it'll be the coin toss has not yet been done. And we have to mention Justin White is not here this week. He's out and about, and he'll be back next week, so we won't have the mic in the coin toss, but we welcome Justin back a week from now, and we wish him well and can't wait to get him back.
Yeah, I know. Wish I was in Alaska.
Yeah, that'd be nice. So the Bulldogs are getting ready to come through their tunnel. Well, the tunnel is up and the victory line is out, and Coach Simmons has his megaphone, but we didn't see any sign of the Howe Bulldogs just yet. Now, we did see one sign that's a little bit different. Howe is wearing white pants tonight, unless they go in and change. They were wearing white pants in warm-ups, so black tops with white pants, and you don't see that here at home very often. That's more of a playoff look, and you do see that quite a bit in the playoffs, but hardly ever here at home at Bulldog Stadium. But apparently that will take place tonight, white pants and black jerseys. And Senator Seagroves makes his way up. He got here about 5:30, and it's taken him this long to get all the way from the bottom to the top, shaking hands and kissing babies all the way up here.
He has. I'm going to vote for him. I really am.
Finally up through the door. We had the county judge here a couple of weeks ago talking about running for re-election, and now Senator Seagroves shows up.
And then you hear him laughing in the background.
So, again, we're just kind of in a standstill waiting on the Bulldogs to come back on the field. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we will have more Howe Bulldog football here in just a moment.
Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to, I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25. They're available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Nakenstater.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office is the #1 coffee shop hotspot serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Alexa, turn to HGTV.
Tune into HGTV on Dish. This is Fixer Upper.
It may be a gadget, but it sure is fun. You can change channels and search movie titles easier than ever with Alexa. The best part? It's free from Cavender Home Theater. Alexa, why wouldn't everybody have Dish from Cavender?
I don't know that one.
Don't be left out. Call Cavender Home Theater.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Well, Stephen Braswell, our spotter, has mentioned that he verified they are wearing white pants tonight with the black tops, so maybe trying to change things up a little bit, being 0-3, maybe trying to get a new spark, a new look, just kind of mix things up a little bit, Michael.
Yeah, it never hurts to try everything. Anything and everything works. We'll just have to give it a shot and see what happens.
Well, the Bulldogs have made their way on the field. They'll do some stretching. And that's a good look. I mean, you have to admit, the white pants with the black stripe and the black jersey and the white sleeve and the black helmet, that is a very, very, very good look. Very sharp for the Howe Bulldogs as they are down in their end zone doing the stretching and agility, as the Panthers from Quinlan have not been seen yet. Now, they did go through their early pregame earlier, but we have not seen them. And it seems like we're getting kind of drug out here a little bit at 7. No sign of life of this football game getting started, as the homecoming was earlier. Again, Allie Morgan is the homecoming queen, and congratulations to her. And now the officials are making their way on the field, and we're just getting ready to have the teams come through the tunnel and the national anthem and the prayer and all of that good stuff, the pageantry of homecoming 2017.
Did we get them?
We did not get the officials tonight. They may have them next door, and Stephen Braswell will try to peek in and see if he can.
It looks like we've had this crew before. It's a nice night tonight. The wind's died back a little bit. It's a little warm outside, but it's not too bad.
It's been warm all week, and but a nice night. And the the coaching staff had to do a little corrections on the field on the hash marks on the far side as they came out yesterday before the 7th and 8th grade played here, and the hash marks on the far side were, if you took a line, it was very crooked. And if you know Coach Hudson, he is not a fan of anything that's not perfect about his field.
Right.
So whoever did it made go get paint and paint over those white stripes and redo them all the way down. So you see just a little speck of dark paint over there on the far side by the hash marks, and that's because everything got redone. I think they were actually up here last night working on that, and the H in the middle of the field getting everything ready. So a long night for the coaches last night, being up here getting everything just perfect. And the things about Coach Hudson, when I do the coaches show with him, I learn a lot of things when we're off the camera, because he used to be he used to have a landscaping company, and so when it comes to turf, he's like an encyclopedia about all of this stuff. So all of the brown spots and things, he's talking about there's a product out there that you can get that you can actually paint the entire field now to where it eliminates all of the brown And they do it at FC Dallas, and he's talking about possibly doing that here.
We just, looks like, Monty, we lost one of the west side lights. Bank of lights went out.
Well, hopefully we can get that.
Looks like just the south side, maybe.
Yeah, the coaches have not noticed yet. They're still down in the end zone talking to the team. And you're right. We talked about Munster a week ago. One bank of lights over here on the west side, on the southwest side. And now Coach Hudson's coming over to try to figure out what's going on with that.
Yeah, that game over in Munster the other night was quite difficult. That had to be one of the darkest fields we've been to.
Well, the Bulldogs are just about ready to get through their tunnel as they're lining up inside of it. Quinlan in all white tonight are making their way to their tunnel. White pants, white jerseys, and blue helmets. And now that Howe Bulldogs tunnel is a-rockin' with the smoke, and they're just about ready to come through. Clay Marshall is going to lead it out along with Andrew Griffin as their backs are to us and they're ready to run. And here they come. It is homecoming 2017, and the Howe black shirts and the white pants and the black helmets, and are lining up as captains ready to go to center court, but Quinlan's going to have to run through their tunnel first. Clay Marshall, Andrew Griffin, Ty Harvey, and Chase Harvey will be the captains for the Bulldogs, and here comes Quinlan on the other side.
You know, Monty, looks like just what we're seeing here, Kate Courtney may be in street clothes tonight.
So we'll see who comes out in that slot back position other than Courtney.
Captain for tonight's game, number 3, Andrew Griffin.
It's good to hear, if you can hear that, Leon Thornhill over the PA. Good to hear Leon back for homecoming. So that's a voice from my childhood here at Bulldog Stadium, hearing that, how many times I heard Leon say, Brian Ross, Adam Coffey, Brian Ross, Adam Coffey. Right. Almost every other play, I bet I heard Leon say those names 400 times.
You know, that it is great to hear a voice that you're familiar with.
The Quinlan Panthers are huddled up in a circle at about the 45-yard line on their side of the field, and now they'll jump up and down and they'll break out of it. And the Bulldogs are just saying, come on. They're ready. They're wanting to line up and do the coin toss, and they're ready to go. Quinlan's over there circling up, still talking about things. And Howe's just kind of like, come on. And they're rocking back and forth. You can see Marshall and Griffin and Harvey in unison, rocking and swaying back and forth from left to right with anticipation just dripping.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
And now the Quinlan Ford Panthers, Linus Bierschmidt and Dustin Fulbright,
Captain
along with Louis Gines,
Quinlan, number 8,
and Eli Chambers will meet
number 12,
the Howe captains
Gines,
at midfield.
number 16, Dustin Fulbright.
And they're shaking
And
hands
my
now.
apologies.
We get a
Number 5,
huge
Linus
crowd here tonight for the home Howe
Bierschmidt.
team for homecoming. Not a great crowd at all for Quinlan at the moment. It's a pretty good drive from over there from the east side. Captains are talking to the official right at the center stripe. And, Coach Hudson generally, when he wins the toss, likes to defer. But we'll see what happens. That's generally been the case, and there's the flip.
Kind of spoilt with Justin out here.
And picking up the coin. Talking to each captain. Apparently Howe did not win the coin toss. Well, let's see. Don't want to be premature, yes. Quinlan won the coin toss and has elected to receive. So they will be moving left to right to start the football game, with Howe moving right to left. And now we're just about ready for the prayer and the national anthem.
Everyone please stand. Senior for the Howe High School, Christian Sutherland, will lead us in prayer. followed by the national anthem by the Howe High School Band.
You can hear Roger Tidwell give the announcements
Thank you
there.
for this new day. It is such a privilege and a blessing to play football. Please fill these teams with the energy and the passion as they push themselves to do well. Protect their health and bodies as they challenge, tackle, and run today. Watch over all those present, the spectators young and old, and our families. May this game be enjoyable to everyone. Amen.
Beautiful rendition of our national anthem by the Pride of Howe here at Bulldog Stadium on Homecoming 2017. Still a dark spot over here in the south corner of the end zone, south near corner, as the bank of lights has gone out. But I'm sure somebody is working on that.
Yes, they are. He didn't notice till he got about the 40, and he looked up and went, and we got somebody working on it.
So the Quinlan Panthers will receive first, as they won the toss and will be moving left to right as the Howe Bulldogs will kick off to begin the football game and will receive to start the second half. Harvey will be doing the kicking for the Howe Bulldogs.
Doing the kicking for the Bulldogs, number 85, Ty Harvey.
You can hear Leon Thornhill there. We're just about ready to go. The ball's teed up on the 40-yard line. Harvey about 6 yards away. The right-footed kicker ready to boot it away. And looking for the returner. This is going to be a pooch kick near side. Fair catch called for. And now has to fall on it is the returner, which is
number 33 for Quinlan.
Tyler Trail.
Trail falls on the ball. Quinlan takes over first.
Get down here so we can see what's going on.
32-yard line.
We're going to start at the 32-yard line. And now moving left to right. Bierschmidt in the shotgun formation from the 32-yard line. Man in motion. Bierschmidt wants to throw on first down. The deep ball right down the middle of the field. And it's going to be complete at the 28-yard line and caught by the receiver. That is going to be Dylan Jackman inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line.
Ty Harvey made the stop for the Bulldogs.
Darren Smith connects.
That
Christian
caught him, run him down from behind, and we've talked about that. You don't want your safeties making those stops, unless they just absolutely have to.
So the ball spotted at the 15, and this is going to be a left tackle run, and I believe that's Bierschmidt on the keeper, and he'll advance on about 9 yards.
Chase Barnett in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Barnett makes the stop for the Bulldogs.
So that's going to be a rush by the quarterback.
The 6-yard line.
And they'll spot the ball at about the 6.
Austin Lee checked out. Carberry Cohealy checked in for the Bulldogs.
Beersmith in shotgun formation is going to keep it around the right edge. He's got some room, flipped end over end. Doesn't make it in the end zone, but makes it to about the 3-yard line.
Beersmith.
Cameron Blesseye and Andrew Griffin in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Blesseye makes the stop.
So now we'll.
Looks like everybody's, again, Bulldog defensive line.
Cameron Blesseye makes the stop.
Still got that dark spot down here.
And now already a timeout has been called by Quinlan. So we'll take 1-2 back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell them where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
Touchdown for
Well,
Quinlan.
they came back a little early, and Quinlan scored on the very first play from the timeout, right over left tackle on a handoff. And with 10:34 on the clock, Quinlan has taken the lead here and struck first blood 6-0.
Yeah, it looked like David Welch just marched it in there for Quinlan.
A 3-yard touchdown by David Welch.
Kick the extra point.
And now it'll be Gallegos on the kick, and it looks like it's true, and it is.
One after is
so
good.
We have a new score, 7-0 here. 10:34 on top. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now,
well, they're coming back quick. They're not giving us full 60s here. So here's the kick. It's going to be taken. Well, it gets by Dylan Moreau. It's going to go towards the out of bounds, but he picks it up, and he's going to be buried, hammered when he does pick it up at the 15-yard line. That ball could have been caught by Chase Barnett. Barnett elected to let it go by him, and then it skipped a little bit past Moreau, who picked it up as it went by him. But that gave Quinlan a lot of time to corral him. So with the ball at their own 15-yard line, moving right to left with 10:31 on the clock.
Garrett Davis made the stop for Quinlan.
So Cohealy in the pistol with one man in the backfield is Andrew Griffin. Two men split out wide to the near side, and Cohealy's going to hand off Griffin on the first play of the game for about 1 or 2 yards up to the 17-yard line.
Landon Helton in on the stop for Quinlan. Off of Clay Marshall from the left side.
So 2 yards on first down brings up second down and 8 for Howe. Moving right to left, 10:07 and rolling here in the first quarter. A bank of lights are out in the southwest corner. They're trying to get those fixed. It's a little bit dark down in that end zone. And this is Cohealy wanted to keep it right behind Griffin, and he's not going to be able to go any further than the line of scrimmage. It'll be, well, he may pick up a yard. They'll give him a yard. So it'll be third down and long coming up for Cohealy.
Moses Garcia and Dylan Jackman in on the stop for Quinlan.
Kohili, the ball carrier.
They'll move it up to the 19-yard line, so give him 2 on the carry. So 3rd, 6 coming up, 9:30 on the clock. Kohili rolls out right, wants to throw deep down the field, and that is going to be incomplete, looking for Harvey along the right side, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Great coverage by Colby Jennings
for the Bulldogs.
Panthers.
So it'll be punt time again for Howe. We've said that a lot so far this year. That was, let's see, 3 plays for 4 yards on that drive. That's kind of been the theme so far this year. And here's the punt. A low, wobbly kick going to bounce at about the 48-yard line in Quinlan territory. Take a nice roll. And Barnett's going to let it stop all the way at the 36-yard line, which is where the Quinlan Panthers will start this next drive with 9:11 on the clock, heading left to right.
35-yard line.
Yeah, I figured the Bank of Lights would be back home by now.
So just, again, a little sputtering from the offense, and now Howe's got to watch out for the very first play, as Quinlan wasted no time getting started in this football game with a deep pass from Bierschmitz to Jackman. And this is going to be Bierschmitz around the left edge on the quarterback trap. He's upended, but not after a gain of about 10 yards for a first down at the 47-yard line.
Tripped up by Chase Barnett.
Nice tackle by number 17, Chase Barnett.
So a pretty big gain there. They're going to spot it at the 46, so right at 10 yards. I think it's enough to move the sticks, and it is.
Nope.
They will move
First
it.
down for the Panthers.
Yeah, our spotter, Stephen Braswell, said that Bank of Lights is coming back up, so that'll be good.
46.
So first down and 10, near midfield at the 46-yard line for Quinlan in white pants, white jerseys, blue helmets, and blue numbers on those white jerseys. Moving left to right. As Bierschmitz, a starter a year ago, looks really good tonight. And he's going to fake the hand and run the left tackle trap again. And he spins out of another tackle to the 15, or actually to the 20, and now the 15, and going to be brought down at the 5. He was spinning out of a tackle at about the 47-yard line, broke it free somehow, all the way inside the 10 to the 5.
Run down from behind by Mason Riggs.
Ball resting on the 5-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers, or 1st and goal.
He went left and just cut back all the way across field. And, lucky for the Bulldogs, Mason was there to run him down.
49 yards on the run there. And here's Bierschmitz with a man under him. He's going to jump over to about the 2-yard line, and that's going to be the end-around slot coming back over, and that is David Welch again.
Barnett in on the stop.
And again, Howe in trouble, and just about to give up some more points, it appears. The defense has been struggling to get stopped so far in 2017, and here's Bierschmitz, and he's stopped at the 4-yard line. Maybe you lost Chase Barnett in there, along with
Andrew Griffin and
Parker Blunt was in there as well.
Yeah, Parker Blunt.
7:29 on the clock as they'll back it up to the 4-yard line. It's actually about the 3-yard line.
3rd down, goal.
So a loss. The ball is in between the 3 and the 4. So it's 3rd and goal here. Bierschmitz will go under center. With a man in the backfield is Tyler Trail. And this is going to be Welch who gets it over from the left side on the end around. And Quinlan is on the board again. 13-0 awaiting the PAT with 7:04 left to go here in the first quarter. Yikes.
Yeah, yikes. Looks like Bierschmitz also does the holding on the extra point.
So a 3-yard touchdown by Welch, his 2nd of the night. And the extra points on the tee. The kick is up, the kick is high, and the kick is good. 14-0. Quinlan in the lead with 7:04 left to go here in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Comlero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Nankinstater.
A 2-yard touchdown, or 3-yard touchdown by Welch, the second of the night, has Quinlan up 14-0 early on here. And Howe's going to get the football back. High kick. Dylan Moreau's going to take it at the 19 line. Up the far side, trying to find a seam. Does cross the 35 and will set up shop at about the 36-yard line in Quinlan territory, moving right to left. And we are at full lighting maximum capacity now here at Bulldog Stadium.
That's good. Dylan Jackman in on the stop for Quinlan.
The 35-yard line.
I like when we have all the lights, especially when you don't have your glasses.
Yeah, a lot different than a week ago, definitely, when it looked like we were in an eclipse or a strange movie.
It was bad.
1st and 10, right to left rather, for Howe. Moreau goes in motion. Cohealy is going to hand off Griffin, going right side. He breaks out of one tackle and steamrolls his way across the 40.
Great downfield blocking by Clay Marshall and Dylan Monroe.
About 6 yards there for Griffin.
Stop made by Edgar Aguion.
So Griffin again, and this time he's going to have the first down. Signs of life for the Howe offense as Griffin pulls his way past the 45 to the 47-yard line. Another gain of 6 for Griffin.
Great surge by the Bulldog offensive line.
Back-to-back 6-yard pickups for Andrew Griffin sets up another first down for Howe, knocking on the midfield stripe door with 6:04 enrolling here in the first quarter. Howe trailing 14-0, but looks like signs of life for the Howe offense. Man in motion, Moreau. And this is going to be the quarterback keeper. On the near side is Kirby Cohealy, and he'll gain 1, maybe 2, to the 48-yard line. And I think they'll spot it there at the 48.
Yeah, he was trying to cut back up inside, pushed out by Aguion, and right into the arms of Dylan Jackman.
Garrett Davis in on the stop.
So 2nd down and 8 coming up for Howe. They'll actually give him 2 yards. They're spotted at the 49. And Moreau motion. Cohealy just gets the ball and bangs his way forward. The ball comes out, but they say that Cohealy's knee was down. A very minimal gain to the 50-yard line. That is a 1-yard gain for Cohealy, but he was shot out of a cannon. As soon as he got the ball, he just took off straight, diving towards the left side of the offensive line, but was knocked down, hit hard immediately, and when he was knocked down, the ball came out.
Hit hard by Justin Lewis, a 5'10", 270-pound defensive lineman.
3rd down and 7 coming up for Howe. Cohealy drops back, looks right, throws down the field. It's going to be intercepted. Nope, now dropped. And Harvey thought he made the catch for a moment, but it falls incomplete. I thought that was going to be picked off by Bierschmitz about at the 4th down marker, but now all of a sudden Howe's offense has stalled out and it's 4th down again.
On the defensive play.
Cheatham in the punt.
Dustin Fulbright.
Looks like Quinlan's not even sending anybody back.
Ball being snapped from the 50. And Cheatham taking a lot of time, and it goes off the side of his foot again. This one going on the far side is going to take a pretty good bounce, but going to be ruled dead at about the 35-yard line, somewhere around that for Quinlan to start. So about a 15-yard punt.
You know, I noticed that's the second time we've, punted, and both times Quinlan hadn't even sent anybody back. They're just holding everybody in the box.
They'll start at their own 34-yard line, moving left to right. Still in the first quarter. Quinlan up 14-0. Howe's had the ball twice, punted twice. Quinlan's had the ball twice and scored twice. First down and 10. As Beerschmitz will break the huddle momentarily, and now they do. Here comes the line up to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation. That's actually the pistol. It's not a true shotgun. It's a pistol look. And a low snap. Put a flag down before this one can get underway. It's going to be false start against Quinlan. And Quinlan's probably pretty lucky that the whistles blew before that one could get underway because the ball was on the turf.
You know, I'm not real sure that Dyson Dillard might not have maybe got a hand on that ball when he went to snap it and just kind of bounced it out of there.
One Quinlan player is doing push-ups. So that's punishment.
That is. That was that's a first.
I've not seen that in 20-something years. Here's Beerschmitz with a throw right across the middle, going to be hit hard and banged down, but not after a catch of about 8 yards.
Hit hard by Andrew Griffin and Heppenstall.
Give him 9 yards up to the 38-yard line. Second down and 6 coming up for Quinlan. 4:32 on the clock in the first quarter. 2017 homecoming here at Bulldog Stadium. Again, Allie Morgan, your homecoming queen for 2017. Beerschmitz, shotgun. Looks left, throws left, can be incomplete left. It's Barnett in coverage, but it was a low throw intended for his wide receiver, Dustin Fulbright, and it falls incomplete and brings up third down and 6.
You know, Bulldogs are doing a good job on this offensive or defensive stance. If we could just maybe change the momentum right here.
Well, look for Beerschmitz to take off right here on the trap. It's been their bread and butter so far, and you can imagine he'll run the football here on 3rd and 6. He's in the pistol formation, and he'll get the ball, and he'll fake the hand, and he's going to keep it. No, he actually gives it over to the right side, and that's going to be Jose Carrillo on the carry, 5'9", 130, a gain of about 3 or 4. Actually, I believe that is James Hoff on the carry.
Cameron Blessai and J.C. Heppenstall in on the stop.
That was good for about 4 yards, but it's going to be 2 yards shy of the first down. No sign of a punt team so far. Beerschmitz stays on the field. There is a couple of changes, and now he'll scoot back a little bit, and Beerschmitz will punt this one away. His heels are about almost touching the 30-yard line. A low snap, he's going to run with it. He's not punting. He's coming near side 40. He's got the first down and more, and pushed out of bounds at about the 47-yard line, and now a late flag comes in.
Looks like we maybe got a block here in the back, maybe by Quinlan.
Either that or it's going to be a face mask. I'm not sure. It's one of those going to be a block below the waist against Quinlan. So that one will back it up, and Beerschmitz will most definitely punt right here, you would imagine. So instead of 4th and 2, we're going to have 4th and a truckload.
Yeah, I'm not real sure where that stutter moment come from. Winston Moss in on the stop. It's great to see him back after his issues last year. I'm proud to see him back.
Well, you hope the ACL Moss is not the one who got chop blocked there. That would be
right.
That's almost not fair. But this is going to push the ball back to the 34-yard line.
34-yard line?
Yeah, I would say they.
And you would imagine that they would punt. Now Andrew Griffin will drop back to try to return this thing. As Beerschmitz, a low snap again. This time he will punt. It goes off kind of the side of his foot, but it's high. And it's going to bounce at about the 28-yard line. Take a great Quinlan roll inside the 15 and finally be killed at the 13-yard line. 3:02 on the clock here in the first quarter, as Howe's got to go 77 yards away from pay dirt, and with a sputtering offense that we've not seen much out of so far.
You know, that this Bulldog offense has got to kick in. Just drive it down the field maybe.
So Griffin will stand right behind Cohealy, which is in the pistol. 2 slots and 2 wides. Cohealy drops back 1 step, now pumps, fakes, throws down right side. Harvey, he's wide open. He makes the catch at the 42. It's a foot race to the 45. Jumps over the defender, dragging a man inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Great job, Ty Harvey. Caden Harmon in it.
Nice catch, nice run, nice
Kobe Jennings in on the stop for Quinlan.
Number 4 made the stop.
70 yards on the pass and catch from the right side. Harvey was wide open, and there's your big play. Cohealy wants to run this time. The option, pitches it out to Andrew Griffin for about 3 or 4 yards. First time we've seen the option all year this year.
Tripped up by Cody Jennings and Linus Beersmith.
To the 23-yard line, so 4 yards for Griffin. Cohealy again. Rolls back near side this time. Throws and fires. It's caught at the 15-yard line.
Great
pass
and catch.
Mason Riggs makes the catch at the 15.
Dustin
Fulbright in on the stop for the Panthers.
Mason Riggs is split out to the near side. No longer in the backfield. He had a lot of fumble issues earlier and towards the latter part of last year, but he is split out wide here. 2 slots is Moreau. And now a man goes in motion, Mikey Heimel, and Cohealy's going to keep it around the right tackle. And this time he'll be brought down for minimal gain, maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Landon Hilton making the tackle.
Maybe a couple.
Landon Hilton in on the stop.
13-yard line is where the Howe Bulldogs are, knocking on the door, trying to get some points here. They need points, desperately trying to get points. Moving towards the north end zone, 2 slots and 2 wides. Moreau goes in motion from left to right. Cohealy gives it to Griffin around the right edge, and a block wasn't made around the right edge, and Griffin's going to lose a couple, maybe 3 yards, all the way back to about the 16-yard line.
Griffin tripped up by Garrett Davis.
So this will bring up 3rd and long, and you know what's coming. 3rd downs are no longer running downs in Howe. 3rd downs are passing downs.
Austin Lee checking in for Andrew Griffin. He was a little slow getting up there. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
3rd and 11. Cohealy in the pistol. Austin Lee right behind him. Looking for a motion man, and Mikey Heimel did not go in motion in time. And now a flag has been thrown.
Looked like maybe Jacob Howe started a little earlier than everybody else.
So instead of 3rd and 11, Howe shot himself in the foot right here. It's going to be 3rd and 16 with the ball back now at the 22-yard line. Or 21-yard line.
Looks like Ricky Ake talking to Andrew Griffin. Going to give him a pat on the head and say, let's go.
Cohealy is going to fake the option, and now he's going to be sacked back at the 28-yard line. And it's 4th down time.
Hit hard from behind by Garrett Davison on a blitz from the outside edge.
Well, Cohealy faked the hand to Austin Lee on the left side, pulled it, and then spun out of a tackle, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. That's the last play. Howe trails 14-0 here at Bulldog Stadium on homecoming 2017. We'll be right back.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office is the #1 coffee shop hotspot serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Cavender Home Theater has the latest from Dish. New customers get free movies and HBO for a year. Get the multi-sports pack with NFL Red Zone free and the Amazon Alexa free. Existing customers can get the Alexa free too. Just refer a friend to Cavender Home Theater and we'll make sure you get one. Our Hopper 3 has 16 tuners, picture-in-picture with 4 screens, 2 terabyte hard drive, and voice control with Alexa. Cable can't do that. DirecTV can't do that. Come by our showroom or visit CavenderTV.com today.
Welcome back. Quinlan leads 14-0, and Howe is facing a 4th down situation here, which will be more than likely a punt situation, but maybe not. Cohealy's still on the field.
Looks like Griffin went back in, Austin Lee on the sideline.
So 4 wides and 2 slots, or maybe it could be twins. Let's look at this formation. We got 2 wide slots here. We haven't seen this look yet from the Bulldogs. It's the first time we've seen this. Now Coach Hudson wants to say a word to Cohealy and shouts at him just shy of the numbers, and now Cohealy walks on the field. 2 wides and two wide slots. Cohealy drops back 5 steps over the middle. It's going to be sacked
hit
at
hard.
The 37-yard line.
Hit hard by Edgar Hagion.
Brought down in the back.
So that's a loss of 9, and Quinlan's going to get the football here near midfield after that. Although there's still some talking out there. There's a penalty. It's going to go against Quinlan.
They have a penalty flag.
We didn't have an indication, so.
Not sure what that one is. I didn't even see the flag, but see what he marks off here.
It's a pretty large penalty. It'll move the ball to about the 22-yard line. Not a first down, so it's still 4th and about 20 for Howe. As Cohealy in the pistol. Low snap, he has to fall on it. A bad snap, and Cohealy just has to go to a knee. And not even a shot there for Howe. It'll be a turnover on downs, and Quinlan will take the ball with 11:47 to go here in the second quarter now. No, I didn't change that, did I?
Change that, money.
Panthers take over.
Thank you.
1st and 10.
See if I can figure out what that call was.
So Howe with a nice drive. That's 65 yards on the drive, but no points. And made it all the way inside the 13-yard line, but shot themselves in the foot with penalties and everything else and sacked and couldn't advance. 1st and 10 here, and this is going to be a toss to Welch running around the right side. It's a sweep. It's a classic sweep and a classic great defensive play on the far side by the Howe Bulldogs to allow only 2 yards on the sweep.
Kirby Cohealy in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Chris Garrison, one of the people to make the stop for the Bulldogs.
The ball started at the 32, now at the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
For the Panthers.
Right to left goes Quinlan with 11:17 and rolling here in the second quarter. Everybody breaks the huddle, comes up near side. One man split out wide right, and now Welch will split out left, and now comes in motion towards the line of scrimmage. They fake the hand to him, and Bierschmitz runs for about 2 yards. Crosses the 30 to the 31.
Hit hard by Chase Barnett.
Howe doing a lot better job controlling and containing Bierschmitz since that first initial drive, as he only got 3 there, setting up a 3rd down and long situation for Quinlan with about 3rd and 6 with about 10.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. The game has down greatly since that very first couple of minutes when Quinlan started out like gangbusters, and a timeout's been called on the field. We'll take one too. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Again, the officials are not giving us full 60, so we'll cut it off at 30 right here. And we would like to welcome Douglas Propane back to the Howe Bulldog broadcast, as they will start in district play bringing you the senior spotlight. So we'll have a couple of seniors each week that we will interview, and that's always a good, fun way to get to know some of these players, is talk about some off-the-field stuff, what they like to do away from the football field.
All right, now that last penalty
Go ahead.
was a substitution infraction. Thank goodness for smartphones.
3rd down and 6 coming up. Bierschmitz rolls out right, setting up the backside throwback, and the screen coming near side. Caught at the 40, a first down near midfield, and that's going to be his receiver, Dustin Fulbright, on the catch, coming from the far right side across the middle to the left side. He was not picked up over the middle, and he has enough for a first down at the 48-yard line.
Kirby Cole Healy run him out of bounds, and looks like he is coming off, and Hunter Cheatham is taking his place.
17 yards on the pass and catch. The throw was only actually about 6 or 7 yards, and it was a nice run by Fulbright after the catch. And it'll be first down for Quinlan, right to left at the 48-yard line. And this is going to be a run right up the middle, and that will be Aguillon.
Aggion, see? I got you.
Aguilon, number 22, carrying.
So
Chase Barnett brought him down.
He'll push it across midfield to the 46, from one side to the other, from 148 to the other 46. Now in Howe territory.
Resting at the Bulldog 46.
Dyson Dillard, Parker Blunt, and Garrison on the line of scrimmage, staring at the football. Man in motion. And Bierschmitz is in trouble behind the line. And guess who?
Andrew Griffin.
Griffin brings him down for a loss of about 6.
Maybe a little extracurricular here between Austin Lee and J.D. Bunch. So I'll have to keep an eye on that.
Ball pushed back to the 49-yard line on the other side of the stripe. Now in Quinlan territory, a yard away from midfield. 3rd down and long. 9 call it coming up as we're at the 9:15 mark here in the 3rd quarter. Clock is rolling. One man split out wide to the right. Now a man in motion. Bierschmitz wants to throw. Drops back 4 steps. Deep ball down the outside, and it's going to be incomplete. Cheatham in coverage. I don't see a flag, but there is a flag.
They got 2 flags.
And they're down by the line of scrimmage, not downfield to where the pass was intended.
Looks like holding Quinlan.
That's a big penalty against Quinlan.
It is.
On 3rd down, that's going to push them back, and that's almost do you decline this? Do you push them back or decline this? We'll have an interesting decision here by Zach Hudson.
Looks like he declined it, 4th down.
So it'll be 4th and 9.
Flag for holding.
So we'll see, and this is not automatic by any means, as Bierschmitz is your punter, and he can run. And he's already shown that one time tonight that he'll take off around the right edge. He does take a run towards a punt anyway. So he takes about 3 steps, runs towards the sideline and punts it away. We'll see if he just keeps running here. Man in motion, he's going to run it. And no, he's not. He's going to punt it. It's a high, wobbly kick, going to go out of bounds. And Howe's going to start somewhere around their 27-yard line.
Bierschmitz punting for the Panthers.
You know, that was a good high punt, but it was a short punt. See, that good field position for the Bulldogs.
Howe's going to start with 8.
Looks like the ball beat
53, and somehow the ball spotted at the 40. That's one of those officials who loves to get on the sideline and walk straight up. I did not like those guys.
Right. He did some good walking in our favor, though.
Boy, he walked a long way. So Howe at their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10, left to right. Man in motion is Moreau, and now flags will fly before this one can get underway, and Coach Hudson is not happy about it. It'll be a false start
Football, illegal procedure against the Bulldogs.
against Howe,
5 yards.
and that's
First
becoming
down, 15.
a theme here lately.
While we have a quick break.
Yeah, and that that's something they've got to work on is the penalties and fumbling the ball.
Ellen is the name. Also, last chance.
So I don't know if they're still doing the cowboy nachos down there at the concession stand or not, but they were. The FFA Booster Club was doing that, and Stephen Braswell said they still are. And here's a handoff to Andrew Griffin for a yard.
Griffin.
Good blocking downfield by Clay Marshall and Devin Porter.
And that'll take the ball. Well, they're giving really no gain there. 35-yard line again. As
Matthew,
it's second down and long.
Matthew Bryant met him at the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 15 to be exact for Howe. And they've had a lot of these second and long, third and long situations tonight. Just can't seem to stay away from a blitz coming on the near side. And this is going to be Cohealy running around the right edge, and he's going to be stopped for a very minimal gain, maybe a couple up to the 37-yard line. And again, just sputtering and sputtering.
Yeah, I'm not real sure. It looked like he was trying to hand the ball off to Andrew Griffin, and maybe there was a little miscommunication there.
Well, the last drive, as we mentioned, was a pretty good drive of over 60 yards, but stalled without points. And here Howe is, again, not able to move forward, just moving backwards a little bit.
Well, I'm not sure. Looks like Coach Hudson's going to call a timeout.
7:31 on the clock, and the clock stops at 7:30 with a timeout. We'll take one, too, back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey.
Third down and 13 coming up after the timeout. Again, the officials have been real quick tonight, so I hate to go into one more full commercial and then have to come back early. So here they come back on the field. Third down and long coming up for Howe. And it's not Cohealy in the game, it's Elvington.
Oh, it is.
Elvington in the pistol. And now Griffin right behind him. And Elvington rolls right now, hands off to Griffin, who fumbles the ball. It's kind of the Boomerooski type play, counter, and it is not a good handoff. And now it's going to be fourth down and very long and punt time for Howe.
It could be, Leighton coming in and just being cold and not ready. Andrew just a little quicker than he was at that first snap.
So Hunter Cheatham will stand at his 31-yard line to punt this one away. Left to right, a low snap rolls to him. He kicks a line drive kick that bounces at the 38. Takes a good Howe bounce to the 31-yard line where Chase Barnett will down it right there.
Chase Barnett
and Quinlan will have 6:48 on the clock here before the half to try to do something with it from their own 30-yard line. So Howe has played the pretty good field position game tonight. Hasn't given Quinlan the short field.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. The defense has done a good job. A couple of mistakes, but in all, they're doing a good job.
It was a quick punch to the mouth on the very first play for Quinlan on a very long pass play from Bierschmitz to Jackman. And here's Bierschmitz around the right side. The flag down. He's trying to hit the right side. Now the ball's on the turf. It's rolling towards the out-of-bound marker on the far side, and it appears that Quinlan has recovered, but a flag is down at the 32.
Yeah, the flag on the play.
And Howe cannot catch a break.
They can't.
Ball's on the turf, and they can't get on it.
Flag on the play.
It looked like that penalty flag hit that number 58 right for Quinlan.
The flag appears to be on Quinlan.
It is. Looks like there may have been 2 fouls.
The officials are talking at about the 29-yard line. And now want to talk to Coach Hudson.
Yeah.
And he's pointing, and he's trying to figure out this chess game down there on the field between where you want to push him back to.
Maybe a personal foul. Maybe
Personal
a
foul
chop
call
block.
against the Panthers.
Or blocking below the waist, maybe.
There's a couple of options there. And if it's a blocking foul, it depends on where the foul was committed, which could be even better than the personal foul in certain circumstances. Very unlikely, but sometimes that does happen. But they'll take the personal foul here.
They backed him
And now
up 15.
Quinlan will go back to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, they backed them up 15.
So now Quinlan will start from their own 15-yard line, moving right to left. 6:39 on the clock.
Looked like maybe Kirby Cole-Healy take a break here on the sideline. Ricky Ake talking to him for a few minutes.
Well, Bierschmidt will be in the pistol formation. It looks like they're going to call a timeout, and now they do. We're going to take one. We'll be right back very quickly. It's 14-0, Quinlan in the lead.
This is Money Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell him where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
Each team back out on the field now. First down and about 25 for Quinlan after the timeout, leading 14-0 over Howe with 6:39 left to go in the second. And we're just about ready for action here again. Right to left goes Quinlan. The Howe band is in the end zone and ready to perform their homecoming 2017 halftime show as Bierschmidt throws the deep ball down over the middle. It's going to be caught wide open is Eli Chambers, who's going to be close to a first down, a 24-yard gain to the 40-yard line on first down, and that will be close to moving the sticks, and the clock will roll.
Chase Barnett and J.C. Heppenstall in on the stop. Great open field tackle by Chase Barnett. It was unfortunately after a 24-yard gain, but great open field block.
Chambers was wide open in the middle of the field. Bierschmidt hit him right in the money. And this is going to be a handoff to Chambers from one side to the other on the end-around reverse. And it's not really an end-around reverse. It's more of a little slot reverse. He does get the first down to the 45-yard line.
Cameron Blesseye in on the stop for the Bulldogs. Looks like Cheatham is checking out and Garrison checking in for the Bulldogs on defense.
That slot reverse, a lot of Howe fans probably, it looks familiar to them as Brent Masters ran that I don't know how many times over the past several years. And Cooper Akins.
Yeah, they run that almost perfect.
1st and 10. This is going to be Bierschmidt over right tackle, and he is hard to bring down. Near midfield to the 49-yard line, and be to the 50. 5:29 on the clock. They'll spot it at the 49.
I will say Chase Barnett again in on the stop for the Bulldogs. He's having a great game tonight.
49, and that's not real good though if you're the safety and making a lot of tackles. That's not It's not great team defense, but it's good that you are making the tackles when the opportunity's there.
Right.
Second down and 6 coming up, and a little miscommunication there. Beersmith is taken down, but he hands off to Welch, and Welch is going to have enough for a first down. But again, Barnett on the tackle, which is good for Barnett, which is bad for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line, and Howe territory a 10-yard gain.
Coach Hudson out on the field again, raising Cane with the couple of the players. Dyson Dillard coming off. Mason Riggs checked in.
First and 10 for Quinlan, trying to beat the clock here. 4:47 and rolling. Exchanging players, exchanging plays. Beerschmidt goes in the huddle, a circle huddle. He's at the back. And now he breaks the huddle and everybody comes up. 2 slots. Chambers is a slot. And also in the backfield. And this is going to be Beerschmidt. No. It was the first man through, misdirection. Now a late flag comes all the way from the back, Judge, thrown about 20 yards. It hits Mason Riggs in the back. Howe says they have the football, and they do. A fumble on the play.
And the Bulldogs have recovered.
So now the Howe Bulldogs have a chance with 4:25 to put some points on the board before the half. It's going to be a block below the waist against Quinlan. And a fumble.
Yeah, that
chop block.
Chop block. It looked like it may have come in right there at Mason. Maybe he just missed the opportunity, which is good for Mason. But
refuse the penalty and take the ball.
So now Howe's in great shape after the penalty and the fumble, and they'll move this one up just a little bit. Probably it's going to be really close to midfield. Or are they going to spot it right there? They're going to spot it right there at the 36-yard line.
Look like Leighton Elvington in at quarterback again. Cole Healy on the bench.
So Elvington now in the pistol. Sends a man in motion, which is Heimel. And now flags fly before this one can get underway again. It's going to be false start against Howe, who starts at 1st and 15 again.
They've got to knock those penalties out.
The Bulldogs have got to get out of their own way.
We talk about it every week.
And it could be a new quarterback and a new cadence, and you can see where that could happen. And now Heimel wants to throw. Wide open is going to be incomplete on the halfback pass as Heimel just barely overshot Mason Riggs, or that was 6 for sure at the 35-yard line. It just left-handed throw, just barely over Mason Riggs.
What a pass by Mikey Heimel.
And well, it was a good pass. It was just a little bit too long.
Too long, but it was a great pass.
It was pretty, but not effective.
Number 8.
So Elvington on 2nd down and 15. A lot of misdirection here, and it looks like maybe a loss of one after several attempts to turn and fake pitch one way and fake pitch another and hand off up the middle, and it did not fool Quinlan whatsoever, and they'll move the ball back actually to the 29-yard line, a loss of 2. Man alive, if Heimel's pass was just a yard shorter, Riggs was going to be able to run underneath it, and he would have been gone. And this is going to be Elvington on the keeper right up the middle, and they're just kind of running some time now. A gain of 1 to the 30, and it's 4th down. And there's 3:27 on the clock. And the punt team's going to come on, but I'm not sure how many timeouts Zach Hudson has, but if he can take it down to 1 second here, he probably will. 3:13 and rolling here on the clock. No indication of a timeout coming up. 3:06. But Howe is taking some time. A high snap. Cheatham brings it down, kicks it out of bounds. Right at the 42-yard line. Let's see if he's going to walk this one.
No,
he actually saw it go out of bounds at the 42.
He stuck that one.
And that's where Quinlan will start their next possession here with 2:57 on the clock. Howe went for the home run strike on a halfback pass from Heimel to Mason Riggs, but came up just just barely a little bit short on the pass. It was a nice looking pass, a left-handed Heimel. Made a great throw, but not perfect. Beerschmidt will stand in the gun, and he's going to run over left tackle. Gets a great block near midfield to the 49-yard line. Thought the ball popped out again. Air Sigleski says almost, and now he's calling the defensive play. So
Winston Moss in on the stop.
7-yard gain for Beerschmidt. Ball rests at the 49-yard line. Second down and short. Beerschmidt throws out right side. Caught. First down. And that's going to be Fulbright on the catch and reception. And he'll run all the way to the 32-yard line.
Mason Riggs and Cheatham run him out of bounds.
That's one of those where you want to try to keep him in bounds. You don't want to let him stop the clock. 2:27 on the clock. They would have to stop it anyway to move the sticks. And apparently that's what happened because the clock is rolling. First down and 10. Ball at the 33-yard line rather. And a handoff over the right side. And not much doing there, and that's going to be Aguillon.
Cameron Blesseye in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Ball at the 30. 1:58 on the clock. And rolling. Beerschmidt running the trap around the left side. Breaks through a couple of tackles. Knocked down at the 25-yard line.
Tackle made by Andrew Griffin and Chase Barnett.
Not enough for a first down. It's inside the 25 to the 24. Not enough for a first down. 3rd and 1. Beerschmidt lunges over, and he's got the first at the 20-yard line. Maybe the 21. They'll move. He just got the snap under center and lunged forward. No question about it.
Quarterback keeper and first down for the Panthers.
Parker Blunt and J.C. Heppenstall in on the stop.
1:22, 1:19 on the clock now. It's running. Aguillon checks out of the game. And they break the huddle. Fulbright split out wide to the right. And Chambers in the slot. And Beerschmidt wants to throw across the middle. It's going to be caught. And then a flag down. And I believe Beerschmidt crossed the line of scrimmage when he threw the football. So that's going to be a penalty against Quinlan. But I believe he was across the line of scrimmage when he threw the football.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen trips for Quinlan tonight, too.
Beerschmidt rolled out right. Looked like he was going to run for a moment.
Man downfield.
And that's what it is. Or it's a legal man downfield for the offensive line. When Beerschmidt took off running, and then he stopped running and tried to pick it up, throw the ball. Can't do that. Pushes it back to the 26-yard line. Beerschmidt looks right side, pumps. Now looks middle of the field. Back to the right side. It's going to be in the end zone and incomplete. About 5 yards deep in the end zone on the far side, north part of that north end zone. And it'll be incomplete with 43 seconds on the clock here right before the half. Quinlan leading 14-0 and facing a second down and 15 from the Howe 21-yard line.
Mason Riggs and Chase Barnett on the coverage.
Make that the Howe 26-yard line.
You know, the Howe defense is held pretty good this second quarter.
Knock on wood if you got it. Goes Fulbright and split out wide to the far side. Beerschmidt looks that way. It's going to be caught by Fulbright, but brought down immediately by Cameron Blesseye, and a great play over there. Or is that Mason Riggs?
Mason Riggs.
That is Riggs, only allowing 3 yards or so on the Fulbright catch. It'll be third down coming up, and he stayed in bounds.
Clock running.
Clock at 22. And Beerschmidt throws near side, incomplete. Trying to find the back out of the backfield. And that was Chambers coming across and a flag down. A late flag comes down. But Chambers, this is the play a moment ago where they picked up huge yardage, bringing Chambers from one side of the field, all dragging across the middle. But Beerschmidt couldn't hit him. And now we'll check the flag and see what this is. Currently, it's third down and 7, or fourth down rather, with the
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're talking about. Looks like Quinlan's taking themselves and backing up.
Well, it is against Quinlan. We'll check and see, and it's going to be a big penalty against Quinlan. Again, there's 15 seconds on the clock now.
Penalty is against Quinlan. Personal foul.
It'll be a personal foul against Quinlan. Chase Barnett, who's been all over the field tonight, picks up the flag and hands it to the official.
Yeah, Chase has moved over to the safety position. Looks like Cheatham's moved out to the cornerback. Or is he the strong safety? Maybe the strong safety. Looks like Mason Riggs is a cornerback.
Seventh play of the drive for Quinlan, but 15 seconds on the clock at the 36-yard line. Bierschmidt pumps right. Under pressure. Escapes Andrew Griffin. Escapes another defender. Now he takes off running. Lots of room to the middle of the field. And now to the right side of the field and close to a first down at about the 10-yard line. Very close to it. But the clock has expired. And the first half is over, and Howe dodges a bullet right before the half and is going to get the ball back to start the second half. 14-0, Quinlan in the lead. We'll be back right after this.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
This is Michael inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Camilero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Nakenstater.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office is the #1 coffee shop hotspot serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Cavender Home Theater has the latest from Dish. New customers get free movies and HBO for a year. Get the multi-sports pack with NFL Red Zone free and the Amazon Alexa free. Existing customers can get the Alexa free too. Just refer a friend to Cavender Home Theater and we'll make sure you get one. Our Hopper 3 has 16 tuners, picture-in-picture with 4 screens, 2 terabyte hard drive, and voice control with Alexa. Cable can't do that. DirecTV can't do that. Come by our showroom or visit CavenderTV.com today.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 93744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell him where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
Michael, it's 14-0. Quinlan in the lead. We're getting ready to have the band come out here and put on their performance. Are we going to see the whole show tonight? It's homecoming.
Yes, I believe we are. And, you know, this is also a state year for Quinlan, so it looks like we're fixing to see their show, too.
And they look like they're bringing out a lot of props.
Yes,
Kingdom of Valor apparently is their, at least that's what it says on their sign right here, that their drum major is climbing up on. So it looks like Quinlan's going to give us quite the performance tonight.
It looks like Howe's got their props too. So yeah, I think we're in for the whole show.
We're in for a big show tonight. We're going to let you listen to all of it. We're going to put our headsets away and just kind of let you listen. 14-0. We're in the half.
Color guard captains are Tegan Tanaka and Becky Harmon. Drumline captains are Emily Honeycutt and Jeremy Alvarez. Front ensemble captain is Mercedes Christian. The Panther Band would like to thank the 8th grade band techs, the FHS Tech Theater crew, the Quinlan Band Booster Association, and the Parent Equipment crew for their commitment and service to the band for the 2017 marching season. This week, band members of the week are Chad Ford and Molly Lane. Color guard member of the week is Jonathan Daniel. The section of the week is the percussion section. We'd like to wish our percussion section a good luck as they compete at the Wills Point Drumline Contest tomorrow evening. Tonight, the Panther Band's halftime show is titled The Kingdom of Valor, composed by Randall Sandridge. Join the Panther Band in 13th century Wales as the kingdom's royalty prepares to send their warriors to battle through a celebratory festival, a knighting ceremony, a somber send-off, exhilarating battle, and a victory celebration. Drum majors, is your band ready? You may begin your halftime performance.
This was
marched to warn the king and queen, and the knights mobilized to protect the nobles and the kingdom. With the looming conflict of war, the people of the Kingdom of Valor prayed for victory and safety of their knights. The gallant knight bravely led the band of knights into battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing the Pride of Howe Marching Band. This year's band officers include President Michaela Doty, Vice President Madison Mosier, Secretary Shelby Armstrong, Master Guard Captain Taylor Thurman, Loading Captain Aaron Tyler, and Drum Major Kendall Ketchum. Each week, the officers and directors recognize 2 students for their outstanding efforts. This week's Rookie of the Week is Kristen Harris. And this week's Bandsman of the Week is Greg Snyder. Section of the Week is the Clarinet Choir. This season, our fans may have noticed some new things out on the field. The Howe Band and its directors would like to give a big, huge thank you to our Howe Band boosters for their endless support and for the purchase this year of our new front ensemble equipment, our prop frames, and the new shakos and plumes you see tonight. Words cannot express our gratitude. Thank you for all that you do. Tonight, the band will perform their UIL contest show, Stained Glass. Soloists are Greg Snyder, Michaela Doty, Jordan Griffin, Dawson Mitchell, and Josiah Argetta. Drum Major Kendall Ketchum, is your band ready?
Well, Michael, was that the performance? Was that the whole shebang?
I believe that's the whole shebang right there.
Well, that was good. That's a good performance.
It
by
was
the
good.
crowd. The cheerleaders are now going to do their thing out in the middle of the field. We're at halftime where Quinlan leads 14-0. There's 2:20 or so left on this clock that is running for halftime to be over. The kids are back out on the field in the end zone. It looks like Cohealy is throwing the football in the back of the end zone, warming up, so that's a good sign for Howe.
Yeah, that's a good sign because right before half, he was Ricky Ake and him were having a pretty intense conversation.
Well, we're going to let the cheerleaders perform, but we've got to pay some bills. We'll be right back.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Camilero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Dankenstater.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office is the #1 coffee shop hotspot serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Looks like maybe the cheerleaders are still waiting on something.
Wow.
Well, I'm not really sure what's going on.
I don't know what that was. Oh, apparently that's the cheerleaders down there. Wow, that's very, very loud. But somehow we lost a feed on our our commercial feed, so we'll have to check that out.
I guess I can do my Aljundo Dankenstater commercial for you.
I don't know how that fried, but it did. It
live and in person.
Something about the.
I don't know. I don't know if I can remember.
Yeah.
It.
Well, we'll. I can't believe how loud that is out there. But right now it's 14-0, and the cheerleaders are doing their performance, and we're trying to get this fixed. It's an interesting situation. I've never had that happen before, but maybe I'll have to find another way for our to get our sponsors in tonight. The Bulldogs are on the field in the tunnel, and they're just about ready to break through, and here they come. Down 14-0 to Quinlan. They're ready to strike a comeback and get in the win column for the first time in 2017. It is homecoming 2017, and Allie Morgan is your homecoming queen.
Monty, looks like Kirby Cohealy, our starting quarterback, is without shoulder pads starting the second half.
Well, that's not good. I thought for a moment it looked like he was down in the end zone throwing. We did see him throwing down in the end zone. And Quinlan now comes on the field. So we're just about ready to get underway. Again, Quinlan won the coin toss. They elected to receive to start the game. So they will be kicking here to start the second half.
Well, we got all kinds of activity.
Oh, there's just traffic through here all night long. It must be homecoming.
Must be homecoming.
And again, I've got to somehow figure out a way to fix this. Fix my iPads.
Because I really don't think I can remember that Duncan Stater commercial.
Well,
not live, anyway.
I may have to.
You may have to write me one.
I have to go to another option here. I don't even know.
Looks like Quinlan's getting ready to kick off. I'm sorry, I guess.
Start the second half. Panthers will kick to the Bulldogs.
All right, apparently it's going to be Jose Sanchez to kick off, and we got lots of traffic in and out of this place all night long. The door's open all night, and here's the kick, and it's going to be taken by Dylan Moreau straight up the middle to the 40-yard line, and Howe will start there, moving left to right.
A good run back by Dylan Monroe. Stopped at the 40 by
Dylan Moore
Linus
on the carry.
Beersmith.
So 14-0, and now that we are now in the third quarter officially. Not the 13, but
not the 13. Boy, that'd be a long game,
wouldn't it?
Yeah. Leighton Elvington, maybe quarterback.
And he hands off Griffin coming near side, and he can't shake the defender, and he's brought down after a 1-yard loss. Just a little bit of move in the hip shake might have sprung him, but he's going to gain one up to the 30 or 42-yard line rather.
It looked like Cody Jennings brought him down by the shoestrings. We've got a guy coming down the ladder here. Let me move.
Telling you, all night long. All night long, up and down, open the door. Here we go. 2nd down and 8. Leighton Elvington fakes, now throws the deep ball. Looking for Harvey, out of bounds, incomplete. He threw it just a little bit too far to the right. And Harvey is down on the out of bounds marker.
Yeah, that was a kind of an odd way to come down.
It looks like Harvey may have hit his head on the turf as he went down. He may have banged his helmet against the turf, and he's kind of crawling around a little bit. He's moving, but you know, he's just kind of like he got the breath knocked out of him, but it appears
looks like Ricky and his son Colby are kind of what they've called an official timeout.
Hunter Cheatham has checked in at wide receiver.
Harvey's still down here on the sideline.
Yeah, he's being attended to. Right now it's going to be 3rd down and about 8 for Howe. There's 11:11 on the clock, and now Harvey leans up. Still sitting down, but now it looks like he's going to get up. And now he gets up.
Harvey up on his feet.
You know, that lean up part sometimes is always the worst.
3rd down and 8 coming up. Hunter Cheatham in at wide receiver. He'll be split out wide to the near side. Again, Leighton Elvington at quarterback. Cohealy left the game late in the 2nd quarter, has not returned. Elvington sends a man in motion, and he's going to run and hand to Andrew Griffin on the counter trap for about 5 yards up to the 48-yard line.
Great block by Mikey Heimel and Devin Poole.
At quarterback now for the
So 4th down and about 4 coming up for Howe.
Well, Harvey's back in the game. Cheatham checked out.
Ball just short of midfield at the 48-yard line. Elvington in the pistol. Going for it. Let's see, 3rd down, and this is going to be Griffin stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The pile will be pushed forward for about a yard to the 49-yard line, which brings up a 4th down.
Initial contact by Garrett Davis of the Panthers.
So 4th and 2 coming up.
You know, what do you do in this position?
Yeah.
What would you do?
Well, at this point, I would start, I would punt the football and try to pin them as deep as I can right here.
Yeah, that's a good, that'd be a good call.
but trying to make something happen. Zach Hudson's going to go for it. And the first chance of Riverboat Gambler here in 2017. Handoff Griffin met in the backfield. The ball's on the turf. And it appears that Quinlan may have recovered, but it doesn't matter. They're going to get the ball anyway because it was fourth down. And now they'll have the ball in Howe territory at the 47-yard line.
So the ball goes over on down to the Panthers.
9:47 on the clock here in the third quarter.
Again, you got Leighton Elvington, and nothing against Leighton, having to take over for Cole Healy, and the cadence may be off, and it just, may be a little slow for a few minutes.
So 1st and 10, right to left going Quinlan. Man in motion, and that's going to be Chambers. And that's kind of the Brent Masters reverse. And gain 5 to the 42-yard line.
Good penetration by Cameron Blesseye. He just slipped off there in the backfield. Andrew Griffin and Dyson Dillard in on the stop.
Along with Chase Harvey.
Ty Harvey back in the game. That's good to see.
2nd down and 10 coming up. Beerschmidt sends a man in motion. He's going to keep it around the left side. He's looking for a block, gets a couple, and now breaks out of a tackle. And Hunter Cheatham, along with others, bring him down, but not after Beerschmidt picks up a first down inside the 40 to the 36-yard line.
Again, hit hard right here at the line of scrimmage, but, you got to wrap up. You don't wrap up to get away from it.
1st down and 10. Clock rolling here in the third quarter. 8:54. And now just 36 yards away from pay dirt is Quinlan. Already early goings here. Well, in motion, or goes in motion. Beerschmidt jumps over a defender, headed towards the middle of the field, now towards the near side, 5, and he is in the end zone. There's a flag down, however. But for the moment, it's a 35-yard touchdown for Beerschmidt, but it's coming back.
I'm thinking the back judge might have been a high school quarterback. He threw that about 15 yards.
Block in the back.
So the Bulldogs catch a break there with a block in the back call against Quinlan. And that one will be moved backward just a little bit. Beerschmidt actually still has the ball in his hands, now just drops it at the 35-yard line. And now Hunter picks it up, and the officials are saying, hey, put it back down. Jonathan Dotson just picked the ball up.
I'm still trying to figure out where he come from.
And now the Howe ball comes to the sideline as Air Sagleski exchanges with the other team. So here we go. 1st and 10. They're marking it off, taking the steps back to the 39-yard line.
And again, the nose of that ball is right on the hash mark.
That's how they're trained.
Bulldog 39-yard line.
So it's 1st and 15 for Quinlan now. Moving right to left. 8:30 on the clock in the third quarter. Quinlan leading 14-0. Man in motion. Beerschmidt goes under center, tosses left side to his big burling fullback who barrels over one defender, Tyler Trail, 5'10", 205, rolls over left guard, but doesn't get much yards, maybe about 4.
Austin Lee in on the stop.
Spotted at the 36-yard line. 2nd down and 10 coming up after what is nearly a 5-yard gain. Quinlan breaks the huddle. Beerschmidt's going under center again. 2 men in an offset I formation. And they're going to hand to Welch on the reverse. And a nice play there on the outside edge. That is Chase Barnett again making a great play to contain that outer edge and stop for about a 3-yard gain on that slot revert down and 8 coming up.
We talk about it a lot. We've talked about it a lot in years past. You don't want your safeties having to work that hard, but boy, you sure are glad he's working that hard tonight.
Barnett having a great game. 3rd down and 8. Man in motion. Beersmith is going to keep it around the left tackle. He's got a lot of room. He's got the 25-20. He's got the 15. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle to the 10, to the 5, and down at the 3-yard line. Beersmith broke 3 tackles, and one of them was Ty Harvey.
Well, you got to, that initial contact, you got to slow them down or hold them up.
30-yard gain on the quarterback trap, and we've seen that over and over against the Howe Bulldogs this year, the quarterback trap. And Bowie was extremely successful with that, and a week ago Munster ran that quite a bit. So the game film is out, and teams are running the pistol quarterback trap against Howe. One in wide out is Fulbright. Beersmith goes under center. He's going to toss left side. Chambers near side, looking for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown, Quinlan. 20-0 with 6:35 on the clock in the 3rd, awaiting the PAT.
Harvey a little slow getting up. Kind of taking his time. Still ginger a little bit after that little bend down here on the sideline.
It'll be Landaverde for the PAT here. It's on the tee. The kick is up. A low line drive kick, but it is good. 21-0.
Landaverde is good in the point after for
Quinlan Panthers extend their lead at Bulldog Stadium. And we will take a quick timeout, and hopefully our commercials will work. We'll be right back.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Comlera. I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Algendo Dankenstater.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the #1 coffee shop hotspot, serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Quinlan about to kick off to the Howe Bulldogs. 6:35 on the 3rd quarter clock. 21-0 leading over Howe now after the 3-yard touchdown by Eli Chambers. And it's going to be a squib kick. And falling down on the far side is Devin Porter. He fielded the ball and then just went to a knee inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what happened there.
So Howe's going to start inside their 30 on a returnable type of kick there. When it rains, it pours. And Howe will now start at the 27.
Spotter Stephen Braswell said he may have slipped a little bit. Grass may be a little damp. Humidity's up today.
Man in motion. Layton fakes the toss. He's going to hand it to Griffin. Look out, far side. Makes a cut to the inside, up to the 50-yard line. Midfield, a great run by Andrew Griffin. 23 yards for Griffin on 1st down, and that's the way you start a drive.
Andrew Griffin a little slow getting up. Looks like he's going to be all right, though. Garrett Davis made the stop.
He may have some cramps. It's that time of year. He is limping a little bit as he comes off the side, and Austin Lee will check into the game. And he's favoring that right leg, which has a big knee brace on it. We'll have to check and see what happens to Andrew. He's stretching out. He's got some cramps going on. 1st and 10 as the ball is at midfield. Austin Lee in the game as Leighton Elvington is on the pistol. Harvey split out wide to the near side. This is going to be a handoff to Lee, running over right guard. Breaks a couple of tackles to the 42-yard line. An 8-yard or maybe 9-yard gain.
Great blocking by
4 yards needed.
Bulldog front.
Call it 7 yards as they'll see his knee hit at the 43. 2nd down and 3 coming up, and what a great changeup that was.
Yeah, that was good blocking by the offensive line.
3rd down and 3. Man in motion. Elvington hands off Lee again, and this time he's hit after initial penetration, but surges forward and scoots for another yard. It's going to bring up a very short 3rd down.
Again, our back judge quarterback threw a flag about 50 yards.
On the stop. Williams.
Sideline warning against Quinlan.
Sideline warning against Quinlan. Set up a 3rd and short from the 42-yard line. Give Lee 1 yard. And this is 2-down territory for sure. 5:22 on the clock. And now it starts rolling. Elvington sends a man in motion as high handoff. Austin Lee has a 1st down, a flag down inside the 40 and plunges to the 35-yard line, but let's check the flag.
But we have a flag on the play.
This came from the back judge. Generally, this is on Howe.
Against the Bulldogs.
And it is. It's a holding call. So what was going to be a 1st down is now going to be 3rd and very long.
Parker Blunt was a little slow getting up. He's checking out. Garrison checking in.
You just can't keep making mistakes like that.
You know, that looked like Blunt come out. Garrison went in and took his spot.
So 3rd down and 12 now instead of having a 1st down. Moreau goes in motion, and Elvington wants to throw over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete, trying to hit Heimel, who was hit as he tried to make the reception, and he was hit hard by Bierschmidt as he came like a heat-sinking missile right on Heimel and knocked him pretty good. Heimel got up quickly, but now the punt team comes in.
You know, these penalties are just killing us.
Incomplete. 4th down.
Bulldogs got to work on those penalties.
And that one cost him dearly, as Cheatham will stand at his own 35-yard line, try to punt this one away. And it is a low line drive kick, going to bounce. Who else but Chase Harvey right there, or Chase Barnett right there to kill it at the 16-yard line. A pretty good punt there by Cheatham, and that'll pin Quinlan way back deep in their own territory with 4:44 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Just outside the 16-yard line, 1st and 10.
Bierschmidt has been everything we thought he would be on both sides of the football.
He has pretty much done a lot.
You know, there's been 3 big plays now in this football game. And you take those away, and Howe's defense has played really well.
They have.
But the 3 plays have done them in. As Bierschmidt goes in, sends a man in motion. And this is the big fullback, Tyler Trail again, around the right edge, and he'll gain 4, possibly 5.
Trail the ball carrier.
Up to the 21-yard line, I think is where they'll spot it.
Tripped up on that outside edge by Austin Lee.
So 5 yards on 1st down. Moving right to left is Quinlan. 4:19 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter, where the Panthers lead 21-0, trying to spoil homecoming 2017 for the Howe Bulldogs. Howe has played really well in homecoming for the past several years. And there's going to be a false start against Quinlan. So finally a flag on the Panthers.
Yeah, it looked like number 88 jumped off sides. He's doing push-ups out there, so you know we're going to assume it was his responsibility.
88 would be Cason Lane, and that's a pretty good thing. If you jump off sides, you got to do push-ups.
Right.
Everybody knows who did it.
That's right. Everybody knows that point.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, incorporate that into a little 5th and 6th grade football.
There you go.
So that'll push the ball back to the 15. And coming near side is Welch. And a great tackle by Barnett at the 20-yard line. That one you could see going quite a ways had not made the play.
You know, I could say, I would have to say tonight is Chase Barnett's night. Great job.
Without question. Without question. He has made, I would imagine, somewhere around 10 solo tackles at this point. We're in the third quarter.
Great stop right there on a play that could have went a long way.
3rd down and 4 coming up for Quinlan. As Beerschmitz has been going under center quite a bit here in the second half, and now he calls a timeout. We'll take 1-2. 3:03 on the clock. Howe trails 21-0. Back right after this.
Alexa, turn to HGTV.
Tune into HGTV on Dish. This is Fixer Upper.
It may be a gadget, but it sure is fun. You can change channels and search movie titles easier than ever with Alexa. The best part? It's free from Cavender Home Theater. Alexa, why wouldn't everybody have Dish from Cavender's?
I don't know that one.
Don't be left out. Call Cavender Home Theater today or go to CavenderTV.com.
We are back. 21-0 at Quinlan. The Panthers in the lead. And we talked about this a little earlier in the pregame. Quinlan has 755 students in high school, and Howe has 329. So if you play a little math there, the Panthers have 194 junior and senior boys to choose from, and Howe has 82. That's a big difference.
That's a big difference.
So 3rd and 4 coming up. Man in motion. Beerschmidt's going to run it again over left tackle. The trap again. Dyson Dillard is right there to meet him, but it's going to be very close to the first down, and I believe Quinlan picked it up right there at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great hit by
Number 5,
Parker Blunt.
Linus Byers.
I'm sorry, Dyson Dillard.
Yeah, Dillard made the initial contact, but I'm afraid this one's going to be a first down.
Yep. Our defensive line made the stop there.
Yep, they give it first down.
.238 and rolling here in the third quarter.
First down for the Panthers.
Still not a big following of Quinlan fans over on that far side.
There's a big crowd early on tonight. Some of them have left in the reserve section. And this is going to be Beerschmidt handing off near side Welch. He's got a little bit of a room. Escapes at the 40 to the 44-yard line. Finally brought down by Hunter Cheatham.
Hunter Cheatham.
Initial contact, Ty Harvey back here on about the 33. You got to wrap up. We can say that 100 times over, but you don't wrap up, they're just going to run all over you.
18-yard pickup for Welch as it'll bring up 1st and 10. And Beerschmidt keeps it over right tackle, and he'll be brought down by Chase Barnett, who's like a linebacker playing safety. Gain of about 4.
Number 5, Beiersmith. And Chase Barnett again on the defensive play.
There's, as Leon would say, Barnett again.
He has had an outstanding night. Knows for the football. Playing a lot like Ty Portman from several years ago. 2nd down and about 6. Beerschmidt coming near side.
Again, Barnett made a great open field tackle.
Tyler Trail, this time the victim of Chase Barnett.
Tyler Trail not very happy with that open field tackle. He chunks the ball back at the official and limps off to the sideline.
Yeah, he's going to take some time.
Number 17 on the
checks out of the game.
For the Bulldogs.
Barnett having just an outstanding football game defensively.
Chase Harvey checked in. Parker Blunt checked out for the Bulldogs.
3rd down and 3 for Quinlan. A slot and a back far side, and this is going to be keeping it over left tackle, and this time Barnett gets a piece of him, but not enough to wrap him up, and that'll move the sticks.
But that initial contact slowed him down just enough. Looked like Chris Garrison checked out. And Dyson Dillard checked back in.
Ball at the 45-yard line. As Quinlan is moving towards that north end zone, they're taking quite a bit of time in between plays now.
16 seconds.
And that's probably going to be the end of the third quarter, as we will not see one more snap. We're headed to the fourth quarter in Howe, Texas on HOCO 2017. Quinlan leading, trying to spoil it, 21-0. We'll be back.
And that's
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is...
Every time I do that.
Hey, this is Monty.
Hey, every time. Every time. First down and 10. Quinlan now switch sides and goes to the right side. This is a handoff to Welch. 5-6 yards to the 38-yard line.
David Welch carrying for the Panthers.
J.C. Heppitt still in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Jaden Harmon.
Coach Hudson talking about J.C. Helpenstell having a nose for the football and one of the bright spots so far in 2017. One of his most improved players, a standout, and he is really liking what Helpenstell is being able to bring to the team as a sophomore, and just thinks he's going to get better and better and better as each game he plays. Second down and 3 coming up for Quinlan with 2 slots. Welch goes in motion. He gets the toss on the sweep left side, and he's buried behind the line of scrimmage. A great play there. And I believe that is Austin Lee who meets him right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was great contact by Austin.
Austin Lee making a nice tackle.
So the ball will now be spotted.
First
Call it
down,
no
3
gain
yards needed for the
at the
Panthers.
38-yard line. So it's 3rd and 3. It's cold up here in the press box.
It is. It was hot earlier. Now it's got
Nice.
cold.
I mean, that's nice.
Yeah. It don't bother me. I guarantee you.
You know, all those years that I did games at Sherman Bearcat Stadium in that press box, I deserve a little cold AC. I'll tell you that. Timeout's been called on the field. We will take 1-2. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell them where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
Welcome back as Welch picks up a first down along the left edge. But a flag is down. So for a moment, the sticks were going to move, but it's a holding call against Quinlan. So they'll bring that back. It's a spot foul, so we'll see where they spot it. Again, you can hear the PA tonight. Leon Thornhill doing the PA work along with Roger Tidwell. Nice to hear that voice again. For years past.
Chase Barnett checking out. Ty Harvey checking in.
The ball's going to be moved way back towards the midfield at the 48-yard line. So that'll wipe out a first down. And all of a sudden, Quinlan is working on play number 10 right here of the drive. 10-14 left to go in the game. Beersmith's marking towards his receiver and wants to throw. Fakes left side. Now throws deep down the left side. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to hit his receiver down the left side, Kobe Jennings, 6'4", or 165. Simply threw it over his head and out of bounds. And fourth down coming up for Quinlan, and this will definitely be punt time as it's 4th and about 13 near midfield.
Looked like Harvey checked in for Barnett. Barnett here on the sideline being checked out by Ricky Ake. Looked like everything's going to be okay.
Clock stopped at 9:59. A booming kick by Beerschmidt. It'll go into the, barely into the end zone. So Howe's going to start at their own 20.
Punt goes into the end zone.
9:51 on the clock left in the game, and Howe needs 3 scores to tie.
For the Bulldogs.
That's one of them that just barely crossed that line just in time.
The big play that's hurt Howe. The theme tonight has been the big play and then the offensive penalties by Howe. Those combined have been the detriment of the Bulldogs tonight. And Elvington hands off Griffin, right side. He's met by Beerschmidt and is going to be dragged down for maybe a loss. And they may give him forward progress, but I think it's going to be a loss of maybe a foot or two.
Yeah, Beerschmidt come up out of his safety position and met Griffin in the backfield.
It kind of looked like Barnett.
It did. It looked like Barnett. He had his eyes set on Andrew Griffin.
Second down and 11 coming up. Clock rolling at 9:20. Howe's really in no hurry right here. Man in motion. And Elvington is going to run it over the right tackle. Escapes a couple of defenders on his way for about a 4-yard gain. Here to the 19-yard line, 24-yard line.
Beerschmidt again coming up out of that safety position like Barnett, making the stop.
Third down and about 6, 8:55 on the clock.
You know, I'm not ashamed to say I'm a huge Andrew Griffin fan. That's got to be one of the hardest running backs I've seen in a while. He will punish you just about as quick as you can hit him.
Yeah, he does not take a play off. And this is Griffin. And he's not going to get much there. He didn't have anywhere to go, and he went straight down. 4th down and 5 coming up for the Bulldogs from the 25-yard line.
Justin Lewis made the stop for the Panthers.
So 8:13 on the clock, and Howe's quickly going to have to punt it away after a minute of having the possession there. Just 1 minute. Well, take that back. 9:51 is when they got it. It's about to be 7:51 when they give it back. Cheatham taking a long time to punt, but he does kick a long one to return it. Bounces at the 41. Takes a pretty good little Howe bounce inside the 35-yard line. Will roll dead at about the 33 for Quinlan's next possession.
You know, Barnett has worked himself. He'll be tired tonight.
38.
Yeah, he'll definitely be sore tomorrow all over the field.
34-yard line.
And he is back in the game here at safety, making a lot of tackles so far tonight. You know, not the biggest of kids by any means. Barnett, a senior, is 5'8", 150. But he plays at least a foot taller and 10 pounds heavier.
He sure has tonight, for sure.
First down and 10. This is going to be Beerschmidt running around the left edge, trying to find some room, and thrown down by the shirt by Winston Mock after about a yard gain. Second down and 9 coming up. Again, Allie Morgan, your 2017 homecoming queen. It's been about the highlight tonight for the Howe Bulldogs, for the Howe ISD. You know, we had the big pep rally today for Steve Simmons.
1 yard gain.
A great moment in the gymnasium, but
30 years, can you imagine?
30
awesome.
years. That's a long time. That's a lot of kids.
That's a lot of kids.
Second down and 9.
I bet Monty Walker was one of those kids.
Well, he coached me. That's for sure. Here's Welch around the left side, the 40, and he'll get that. They stretch the field there.
Again, Chase Barnett made the stop for the Bulldogs. Again, you know, my dad and Coach Simmons went to school together, believe it or not. And he reminded me of that. Actually asked me about that when we first moved to Howe. He asked me if I happened to know that man, and I said, I sure do. Coach Simmons is a great guy.
He is a great guy. When he got here in 1987, I was in 8th grade. And the timeout looks like it's been called.
Timeout.
And we'll keep it right here.
Timeout, Quinlan.
When I was in 8th grade, and right behind this press box here, there was an old field house. And back there by the field house, me and my buddy Chris Garner were getting ready for football practice back there, and we had our pads on. And he said, "How old are you guys?" And we said, we're in 8th grade. And his eyes got real big. And he said, wow, they growing big down here in Howe, don't they? And that was really the first interaction I ever had with Steve Simmons.
You know,
but boy, I had a whole lot more for the past 30 years. And I tell you what a remarkable man. And I've got stories about him. We were in practice one day, and he tried to tell us in football, you got to get low. You got to be the low man. The low man wins. You got to get as low as the earthworms. And about that time, he pulled an earthworm out of his mouth. It was about a foot long. Here's a toss. And that's Trail on the near side. And this time, he's going to gain enough for a first down to the 45-yard line, shy of midfield.
Again, he's slow getting up, and he can thank Chase Barnett for that particular reason.
Barnett just all over the field tonight.
Harvey checking in.
Parker Blunt coming
out. Our new names for me.
Welch gets the hand going to the far side, and Austin Lee drags him down to make a great play at the line of scrimmage. A great job of containing on the outer edge by Austin Lee will bring up a second down and 10.
No gain on the play. David Welch, the ball carrier for the Panthers.
That's a little bit of life here at in the fourth quarter for the Bulldogs.
Any day, there goes Eric Zagleski again, jumping up and down, and Chase Harvey now checks out of the game. Second down and 10 coming up, left to right. Again, Beersmith goes under, tosses to Welch coming near side this time. And another, maybe a 2-yard gain and some extracurricular activity. Beersmith and Cameron Blesseye exchanging some words there at the end of that play.
Austin Lee made the stop.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play, 46-yard line. Third down and 10 coming up. Coach Simmons, anytime it would rain at practice, he loved to belly flop with the linemen. He would just dive and belly flop.
We run that offensive or defensive series one man short.
Welch goes in motion, and this is going to be a drop by Eli Chambers. And a late flag comes in on Barnett. As Chambers, it was incomplete, and then Barnett hit him. But that's going to be tough. That's a tough penalty, because how do you know if you're coming as hard as you can, like Barnett was, you don't know if it's caught or not.
And he's pleading his case with the back judge.
That's a tough call. That is a really tough call on Chase Barnett.
He just drops his head, shakes his head. He's back here trying to just plead his case with this back judge to no avail.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of the. It had we been in a different situation, that's one of those where the palms would be to the sky, and Coach Hudson would be out there somewhere around the 50. Or maybe even the H, because that's a questionable call. But at this point in the game, it's not worth arguing about.
Right.
And in the situation.
4:20 left on the game clock.
1st and 10, left to right. As it looks like Aguillon is going to get the carry around the right side. He's going to gain about 5 and be brought down. Stood up and brought backwards by Cameron Blesseye. And guess who?
Chase Barnett.
Barnett again gets off the bottom of the pile. 2nd down and 6 coming up. He's all over the field.
He is. He's going to be sore tomorrow.
I cannot remember a game where a defensive player was in on so many tackles.
He's been in on almost all of them.
2nd down and 6 coming up. Beersmith, Aguilon, and he'll gain 2 or 3 right up the middle to the 32-yard line. And it's kind of killing the clock time in Texas here for Quinlan as Trail will check back in. 3:13 on the clock. The last 2 times Trail has carried the ball, he's been popped by Barnett, and he went right out after that. We'll see what happens here. 3rd and short coming up, 3rd and 3. They like to send Trail, the big back, on the sweep around the right edge. Man in motion. This is a toss to Welch around the left edge, and he's going to lower his shoulder and a flag down. It's Barnett was right there to make the stop.
David Welch.
Check the flag. We'll see what it is, but he did not have enough for a 1st down.
And no, it's not a broken record, but number 17 has been making tackles all night long, and he again
holding
made the tackle
against Quinlan.
Chase Barnett out there high-fiving everybody.
That just gives Barnett another chance to make 5 more tackles.
That's right. He's still got 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Looked like Leighton Elvington checked in for Cheatham.
He may get a new nickname. He may be Bill Bates. He's all over the field.
He is. He's been everywhere tonight.
They'll spot the ball outside the 40 to the 41-yard line. 3rd and long coming up. 3rd and about 12. 2:37 on the clock. The home crowd is kind of cleared out in the reserve section, but it's still a pretty nice crowd up here. It's a beautiful evening. There's nothing else to do in town. Why not? A lot of friends here from days gone by. It's homecoming. 3rd and 12. Beersmith throws down deep right side and has his receiver. It's going to be caught at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, Quinlan. It's Fulbright on the reception. 41 yards.
That's Dustin Fulbright for the Panthers.
Beersmith had a face full of Austin Lee and Barnett on that pass, and just barely got it off in time.
At the moment, 27-0. Awaiting this PAT with 2:09 left to go in the game. Beersmith, the holder, looking for the snap, gets it, puts it on the tee. The kick is up to the left a little bit, but it's good.
One after is good for the.
So Quinlan now with a 28-0 lead over Howe at homecoming. Spoiling it tonight in Howe. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne. Bulldogs.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Comlero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Nakenstater.
28-0, Quinlan in the lead. Here's the kick. It's a squib kick down the middle. Goes off a Bulldog and now taken towards the middle of the field by Dylan Moreau. And he's going to be met at the 31-yard line and brought down right there, and Howe will take over for what appears to probably be their last possession of the night and have been shut out tonight.
You know, that's the big play. The big play.
Four big plays tonight, and coincidentally 4 scores tonight, and each on the drives of those big plays. Elvington sends Heimel in motion, and Griffin goes on the counter to the other side, and he's going to gain about 5 or 6 yards.
On the carry.
Crosses the 35 to about the 36 or 7-yard line. They'll spot it at the 37. 6-yard gain for Andrew Griffin to bring up second down short. 1:41 on the clock, and it is rolling. And it just about can't roll fast enough here at Bulldog Stadium on homecoming 2017.
Luis Chacon checked out of the game for the Bulldogs. Mikey Heimel checked in.
Mason Riggs split out wide to the near side. Man in motion is Dylan Moreau, and this is going to be a handoff. Griffin again. Lots of room near side. He's got the 45, drags him in to the 48-yard line. First down for Howe. About 11-yard gain for Griffin. He's also going to be a little sore tomorrow.
Yes, he is. James Hoff made the stop for the Bulldogs. You know, Andrew's got to be sore every day. Yeah, he's all go all the time. You know, he works hard. He's not afraid of. I'm not sure he's afraid of anything.
1st and 10. Inside a minute now. And near side is Heimel. He gets the toss. Bangs over a defender. Now into the Quinlan side of the field at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, initial contact made by Leo Rodas for the Panthers.
Heimel is a change of speed back. He is not a Bulldog like you would see like Andrew Griffin, but he is more like a Jaden Matthews type of speed back. Change of pace. Second down is short. Man in motion is Heimel. Handoff Griffin right up the middle. Close to a first down, and horse collar driven at about the 40-yard line, which is where he needed to get for a first down.
52 seconds left on the clock.
And now it's about, trying to find out if you're not going to have Cohealy, you're going to have to go back to what you did maybe a year ago and just eat up the clock, eat up the field, and try to move the football and score and keep the other team off the field. Elvington, handoff Griffin, another trap play. This is a great play up the middle. Makes a move to the right now, back to the left inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. 14-yard gain for Andrew Griffin, a first down, and the clock stops momentarily at 39 seconds, awaiting the chains to get reset. And Howe's trying to end on some kind of momentum here, trying to find some kind of offense. What is right now a shutout. Man in motion is Moreau, and the whistles will blow before this one can get underway. 38 seconds on the clock. I'm not sure it ever started, and I believe the play was snapped before the whistles blew.
Getting a little ahead of ourselves there. Maybe a little excited.
And now we're set. Elvington ready for it in the pistol. Moreau goes in motion. He gets the toss right side. Flag down. Gets a great block from Andrew Griffin, and he's going to gain about 7 yards on first down, but a flag is down, and we'll check and see what it is.
Quinlan had too many guys on the field. Looked like they had a lineman that just didn't make it to the sideline.
Illegal substitution against Quinlan.
He was trying to get there. He just didn't get there in time.
They'll probably decline this because it was a 7-yard pickup, I would imagine.
Penalty was against the Panthers,
which is more than the 5-yard penalty. 22 seconds on the clock. As of right now, I'm trying to figure out where the ball spotted. At about the 20. Is this against Howe?
Why are they backing it up? Oh, no, they backed it up to move it forward.
Okay. All right.
Back it up 5 and then pick it up, move it back forward 5.
So the ball's at the 21-yard line, the 7th play of this drive. Moreau goes in motion. Elvington gives it to Griffin around the right edge, picks up the first down, does not get out of bounds, I do not believe.
Andrew Griffin on the carry.
Or did he?
Yeah, it looks like maybe he
Good
did.
for a first down.
17 seconds left on the clock.
6-yard pickup for Andrew Griffin. That's going to be a first. And can you see the Mikey Heimel to Mason Riggs here?
Now that'd be a good play. Here's Riggs.
Riggs is near side, split out wide. Harvey up at top. Fake the toss to him. Elvington's going to keep it around the near side. Trapped and bottled up in jail. Feet taken out from under him at the 10-yard line. 6, 5, 4, and that is the end of the game. How your Bulldogs have lost homecoming 2017. It's not been a great start for the Bulldogs, who fall to 0-4 on the early season, but have a shot with Caddo Mills and a dance here next week to try to get on that, finally trying to get in that win column for the first time in 2017. The folks are, the teams are shaking at center court. The scoreboard has been turned off quickly tonight.
Yes, it has.
As we have a final in Howe, Texas, 28-0. Quinlan wins tonight. And we're going to wrap this one up pretty quickly. We'll let you listen to the school song and the fight song. But Michael, when you lose Cohealy, there's a lot of things that you may have to go back to.
Yeah.
And
you know,
you're probably not going to be able to run your offense that you wanted to do around Elvington.
Right, and sometimes you just got to go back to what got you here.
And I think we're ready for the school song, fight song. Here you go. Not even a fight song tonight.
No, not tonight.
I don't recall a school song without a fight song. Time ever. Of course, I've been didn't get back till a few years ago, but I don't ever recall a school song without a fight song after a game.
Right.
Well, Michael, there's one bright spot tonight. His name was Chase Barnett. He was all over the field. He made tackle after tackle after tackle after tackle after tackle, and we can't even imagine how many tackles he ended up with tonight. I would imagine Barnett's going to finish pretty sore tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, he's going to feel, come morning, he's going to be really sore.
But the Bulldogs are going to have to scratch and heal those wounds as the coaches are coming down the stairs there. Going to have to heal some wounds there and look forward to next week, next Friday. Next Friday night, Caddo Mills will check into Howe, as hopefully we haven't got some equipment fall down here. Or coaches are coming down the stairs.
I'm glad I was looking up.
It's Coach Hartsfield and Coach Cohealy making it down there. The steps here in the press box at Bulldog Stadium. Again, 28-0. Quinlan wins tonight. Homecoming spoil. Allie Morgan, your 2017 homecoming queen. And we're gonna wrap this one up, Michael. It's just kind of been one of those nights. That, it seemed like not a lot got. It is you have to realize there's 4 big plays tonight,
and that was it.
Four big plays by Quinlan, which coincidentally were 4 scores by Quinlan on those 4 big plays. But it's just one of those nights. We're going to wrap it up and let you know that we will be here next Friday night, Caddo Mills. A great opportunity to get in that win column for the first time for the Howe Bulldogs in 2017. For Stephen Braswell, for Michael Mosier, for Justin White, who is somewhere in Alaska, we wish we were there.
Yes, and I hope he's enjoying the cool weather.
For everyone who's been a part of this one, including Malin Walker, who is now
in here.
He's got a game tomorrow night.
Good luck,
Or
Malin.
tomorrow afternoon against Trenton. They are also undefeated. They are 4-0. They've scored 115. They haven't given up a point, much like our 5th and 6th grade Howe Bulldogs. But I feel like if our 5th and 6th grade Bulldogs do what they're supposed to do, it won't be a contest. We'll hope so tomorrow at noon at SNS if anybody wants to join us. For everyone who's been a part of this one, 28-0, Quinlan spoils homecoming at Howe 2017. We'll see you next week right here against Caddo Mills. So long, everybody.